there. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Lall Show, where we tell it as it is. Just a point of note before I hand things over to Mr. Lall. Last Monday, or Monday edition of the Lall Show, we received some reports that some persons in Essequibo, they were not able to listen to the show in its entirety. There were some glitches there. If you experience such tonight, our telephone lines will be open. Our WhatsApp number is 622-2222. You can WhatsApp or call us, and we will try to rectify that program for you. We do apologize if you could not have listened to the show on Monday. This does not apply to Essequibo alone. You parts of Georgetown and Berbice. If you're experiencing the same too, feel free to call us on 622-2222, and we will rectify that problem immediately. With that said, we do apologize once again, and with that said, I now hand you over to the man of the moment who will make tonight's presentation. Sir, over to you. Namaste.
Namaste, Joshua.
Namaste.
Namaste, guys. Josh, the way you say 62222, it's like you're coming over like a tutu. The telephone number, guys, is 622 2222. Call us anytime if you're getting a glitch or if there's any little disturbance on the radio program. We'll answer it, and even if I have to stop for 2 minutes to ensure that you get the program, you capture the entire episode of the program, I'll do that. Josh,
Yes, sir.
keep the phone next to you and
It is
just
next to me.
ask me to hold, and let's deal with the issue.
No problem.
You know, these today's technology, there are so many different type of electrical appliances that all have to be intertwined. If one little wire come out, you can have these type of glitches.
Yeah.
So let us know. We are here. And we want you to capture the full story. So we are with you, and we would like you to be with us too. With that, let's get going. Today was too much rain. And you know, when rain falling, nothing goes on in this country. Not true, Josh?
That's so true.
Except thieves. Yeah, thieves. Them does work day and night, rain or sun. Even in Jew, thief man does work. You want to hear this, Josh?
Yeah.
We're carrying a story tomorrow in which a lady set up a 20-foot steel container on the Georgetown seawall to catch your hand for the Christmas holidays. The next day, when the lady go back, the whole container gone. Them thief the things in the container, you know, Josh. Them gone with the whole steel container.
Oh my goodness.
That is how thief men does operate, Uncle. Exxon is one of them. Them don't thief a little bit. Them just go with all and make you believe it's for your own good. You know that, right? Them want everything and make you believe it's for your own good. You wardrobe them fetching out, and it's for your own good, because it's like you can't fetch your wardrobe out. Oh boy. Oh. I wasn't in a mood, Uncle, with all the rain, to come and sit down with you guys tonight. But something interesting took place late yesterday afternoon in this country. And I couldn't wait until Friday on my Friday program to let you people have it. I had to come out and said, no, I have to let you know. And with that, I say namaste to all you wonderful people. And let me say Merry Christmas to those of you who didn't join me Monday and last week, when I said Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas to you and your family, from me, my family, and the entire staff of the Kaieteur News. And let's get going. I'm going to try to make this program a little short tonight. Exxon Mobil responded to my radio program and a few TikToks I did on the billboards they put up in Linden, Essequibo, Demerara, and Berbice, in which I said they are misleading the Guyanese people with the information on those billboards. Uncle and Auntie, I am smiling as I'm talking to you people here. In a statement issued to the press late yesterday, Exxon said, "It is no secret that the 2016 contract allows Exxon and their partners to recover their investments up to 75% of oil produced and sold every month." They said the information on the billboard is factual and can be verified. Joshua, you didn't hear what I said there, man.
Factual and can be verified.
ExxonMobil, in a press statement late yesterday afternoon, said the information on the billboards is factual and can be verified. Well, Auntie, if what Glenn Lall said is misleading, why Exxon don't prove me wrong by showing us the facts rather than saying to the Guyanese people it is factual and can be verified? Joshua?
Yes, sir.
Nobody wants to hear what you saying is factual and can be verified. Show us, Exxon. Prove to us. Until you can do that, Glenn Lall will maintain the information you have on those billboards is to mislead all the Guyanese people. Uncle, this is what Exxon have been doing all along with the PNC, the AFC, and the PPP. And now they want to brainwash all of us, the Guyanese people, with those billboards. Now let me explain. The billboard says more than 280 billion for Guyana since 2019. Joshua, you can put it up on the screen for those who can see it. It's on the computer screen, Uncle. Those of you who are viewing it from a computer or an iPad or any device. That is the money Guyana received for the last 4 years on our oil, on the 14.5% of the apple, according to ExxonMobil calculations. $280 billion from 2019 to 2022, according to Exxon mathematics. But the billboard, Uncle, and telling the Guyanese people that the other 85.5% of the apple, which they're gone with, within the same time frame, is just under 1,700 billion Guyana dollars. You hear me? No. Them figure, what them gone with, is not on the billboard for us to see. How you like that? 280 billion, what I'm said I give to Guyana, is on the billboard for every Guyanese, dog and cat and donkey to see. But them, close to 1,700 billion. You hear me, man, Joshua?
Yes, Yes, sir.
This is not 280 million, you know. This is 1,700 billion. What them gone with? It's not on any billboard. Guyana gets 280, and that is put big and bold on the billboards. Highlighted in red to Joshua. Red. We lose, like I said, close to 1,700 billion worth of our oil to them. And that is not on the billboard for the Guyanese people to see. You must only see what them want for you to know about, Joshua. The 280 what I give you. During the cricket, when cricket was playing, Joshua, them sponsor it. You know Exxon sponsor that, right? They forced the commentators, the cricket commentators, to announce that same figure throughout the game to tell the world the revenue Guyana is getting. But they're not telling the world what was the percentage of revenue they were taking out of Guyana. No, uncle. That is not on any one of the billboards across this country. Or Guyana didn't hear that during the cricket commentary. They responded to my radio program. Yes, uncle. But never addressed that issue. You hear me? They never addressed that issue. They didn't even say Lall is wrong. Joshua, these people were very careful in match fixing their words to say the information is factual and can be verified. Well, now I want to take this opportunity, uncle and auntie, to challenge ExxonMobil to come on my radio program to verify the facts you guys claim is on the billboards. How about that, Mr. Alistair Routledge?
Exactly.
How about that? And I'm also extending the invitation to all three of the political parties, if they feel the information is correct, to come out and let us see the maths or the mathematics. Seeing, uncle, is always believing, not saying. Seeing is believing, not saying. You know that, right, Josh?
Yes.
Con men can say anything, and they do. You know that, right?
Yes.
Con men love to say. The oil companies are all gangsters, full of tricks. They know how to twist their tongues to play with words. Like I said, the billboards are only there to brainwash and fool us into believing Exxon and their partners are doing great for Guyana and its people, when in fact it is far from the truth. Kaieteur News was able to spot 9 billboards in the last week across the counties, including Linden, brother. On the Linden Highway, they put one. One of the billboards says, and you could put it up top on top too, on the computer there for them to see.
All of them are there.
They invested, Exxon said they invested 300 million. 300 million, just 3, in 2022 in conservation programs across Guyana. You hear that? The Guyanese people, Mr. Routledge, need to see the facts. And the Guyanese people would want to know that that money is not coming out as cost oil. Then and only then, Lall will say you guys are doing something for the Guyanese people. You're throwing a little penny out of the billions, y'all, out of the 1,700 billion, y'all done take out already. Not 300 million, 1,700 billion, uncle. That is money like drizzle. Another billboard, Joshua, says that more than 4,400 Guyanese employees on the payroll and more than 1,000 suppliers supporting oil and gas activities in Guyana. And that billboard, Joshua, got 3 people looking like Guyanese on it, dressed with Exxon Mobil uniform. It's on the screen. You put it up?
Yes, sir.
Let them see it,
All
man.
there.
Let them see it. You hear that? Uncle? Uncle, I want to make sure. I want to see. Guyana need to see the salary sheet to make sure why Exxon said 4,400 employees they got is Guyanese. And we need to see the documentation that over 1,000 Guyanese are supplying them out there. Then Lall will say, you are correct. At Crane on the West Coast, they have another billboard claiming how they spend $1.1 billion in education and community programs for 2022. Let's see the facts, Exxon. Facts we need to see. Mautar and guitar is 2 different tar. You hear me, Exxon? Until we can see, like I said, the payroll. The payroll at 4,400 people. Yes. Until we can see the thousand suppliers. Until we can see paperwork that these money that you are spending on education and conservation is not being taken out, then Lall will say, yes, yes, and then I will inform the nation. So, as for now, words is not facts. Saying is not believing. Seeing is believing. And you guys can provide that information via email. If you don't want to come on the radio. Yes. And that should not take more than 10 minutes to do. So you guys, the game, I am throwing out this to you to clear the air, to verify what you're saying, to prove what you're saying is correct. Until you do that, Lall and the Guyanese people will remain by saying your billboard, the words on the billboards are fake, are games, is trickery. So please verify the information you have on the billboards. Then no one will have to say you're brainwashing the Guyanese people. And like I told you just now, I will gladly do a program to say you have met your obligations and that I was wrong. How about that, Mr. Routledge? Joshua, that's too much to ask for?
No, of course not.
No, I don't think so. Let me repeat, and I'm sticking to it. You guys are misleading and brainwashing the Guyanese people. Exxon Mobil have done that throughout Africa and Asia. Please don't start it here. This is one individual, Lall, whom out boss, like for talk. I cannot be sitting at the helm of the leading newspaper in this country for 28 years and didn't learn to talk. My mouth boss. And I have been the mouthpiece, the earpiece, the eyepiece, and the nose piece of the Guyanese people for 28 years, Mr. Routledge, through the pages of the Kaieteur News. And 2 years have gone. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I am here on this program. By now, you should have known that I will speak. And I will speak what God instilled in me to tell this nation. Every program. Auntie, uncle, listen to this one. In the last paragraph of the statement they put out yesterday afternoon, this is what they say. What is incorrect is Lall's claim that the oil companies are recovering the cost of the billboards. They went on to say expenses associated with these billboards are not cost recoverable and will be verified in future government cost recovery audits. You hear that, Joshua? Them telling Guyana that them not take back the money them spend to do the billboards. And the auditors going to see. Them going to see that when them submit the bills to check next year, Joshua. That is what they're telling me. For tell the Guyanese people that they not take back the billboard money. Because me accuse them of also taking back the money that they building the billboard for mislead Guyanese people. That's the only part. That's the only thing that they say in the statement that I am incorrect with.
So you're right to the
Well, uncle and auntie, Lall still maintain that every single cent ExxonMobil spend in this country, even if they buy a bundle bora, a bundle bhaji, a sweet drink in the cake shop or in the market, Guyana foots the bill. Every cent coming out as cost oil. When you look at the line items in their financials, uncle and auntie, with the billions of dollars they claim they spent, with no explanation whatsoever, man, that tell me clearly that all those billions are hidden and inflated costs that is coming out of our oil. So this money that they're spending here, that they said they're not going to recover it, it can be easily tucked in one of the line item as miscellaneous too. And they could say, well, hey, we not take back the money. Man, these people don't give you nothing, uncle. Absolutely nothing. Don't jump for joy when you hear oil company doing this and oil company doing that. Some of you must never travel. But you stand up anyway in any one of them developed countries and ask for 25 cents to make a phone call on the streets. They will pass you without even helping you. So nobody gives you anything for free in this world. Nobody does anything for you free in this world, especially the white world. You have nothing to get from them. Absolutely nothing. The cricket commentators or the billboards is not telling the nation that out of the 280 billion Guyana receive, 25% of that has to be taken out to pay ExxonMobil taxes. No. No. The billboard na got that on it, uncle. How come ExxonMobil? How come? Talk to me. How come that is not on the billboard? That you're carrying away our oil for nothing. And out of the nothing, we have to pay your taxes. And your taxes not only in Guyana, but also in America, uncle. Is this country for real, brother? Huh? Is this country for real, man? You barely get $280 billion. 200, and 80 billion. Them gone with 16, close to 17,000 billion. You hear me?
Yeah.
No, 1,700 billion. And out of we 280, we got to pay them taxes.
Wow.
I will keep you guys informed if they respond to my challenge I put out there just now. This is a TikTok I did yesterday afternoon. No, don't give them yesterday afternoon one. This, I'm going to give you guys a TikTok I did today, just 2 hours ago. And I didn't set it out. I'll play it for you guys and release it early in the morning. Could you play it? Listen to what I said 2 hours ago. Again, this time I am not cutting the apple. I am just peeling the apple. The skin is on the table and the flesh is in my hand. ExxonMobil responded to my statement I make on them billboards they put up all over the country misleading all of us. In their response they put out, them say, the information displayed on the billboards in question is factual and can be verified. You hear that, guys? The information is factual and can be verified. Well, if what Glenn Lall says is misleading, why not prove me wrong, Exxon, by showing us the facts rather than saying to the Guyanese people, it is factual and can be verified. Guys, this is what they have been doing all along with the PNC, the AFC, and the PPP. And now they want to brainwash me and you, the Guyanese people, with those billboards. The billboard says more than 280 billion for Guyana since 2019. Look, it's behind me. That is the money Guyana received 4 years now for the 14.5% of the apple, according to ExxonMobil calculations. The billboard ain't telling the Guyanese people, me and you, that the other 85.5% of the apple, which they're gone with, within the last 4 years, was just under 1,700 billion. No. Them figure, them gone with, is not on the billboard for us to see, me and you. Guyana gets 280 billion, and that dep on the billboard. We lose close to 1,700 billion worth of our oil to them, and that is not on the billboard. Guys, You want to hear this? Out of we 280 billion, we have to pay all the taxes for Exxon in Guyana. You call it a free pass. So, you see why I peel this apple? The skin what you're looking at here, yes, what you're looking at here, is what we the Guyanese people got to eat or settle for. While Exxon and their partners eating this, the flesh of the apple. Have a nice day, and more to come. Uncle, peel the apple. Yesterday I cut the apple in 4 and did a TikTok. That one had about over 100,000 people view it from various sites and places. This one I'll throw it out tomorrow. This is what they're doing. And I'll be doing TikToks every day. You got to tell your friends to log on to the Lall page, and you guys will see it. I'm making it very short and quick, because there are lots of people who don't have the time, like you people, to listen to a whole hour program. But so I'm using today's technology to just give a quick punch and go. Now, I want to play another video in which you will hear from a white man how they plan and how they control Africa with all the brown, black, and purple people that live there. The first thing you will hear, Auntie, this guy talking about the role Africa has to play in the global prosperity of the advanced countries. You would hear Africa has the raw materials the big countries need, and they could get it cheap from them. Yes, the raw materials, Uncle and Auntie, this man talking about is the gold, the diamond, the lithium, the bauxite, the oil, the timber and everything, just like Guyana, what Africa got. That is the raw material they're talking about. This man is talking about. The things this white man said during his presentation that you're going to listen to, it made the hair on my skin grow as a brown man. He said they will not allow Africa to escape poverty. They will do everything to keep Africa where it is, impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. Yes. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else except Africa. Man, when you listen to this man, I feel like crying for Guyana, because this, what you're about to listen to, is exactly what Guyana is going through right now. You have that tape?
Yes, I do.
Play it for me, please.
Sub-Saharan Africa has been fundamental to the global prosperity of the advanced countries. And Africa had a role to play. It has a role as a raw material producer. We will not allow Sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now China, it's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them dirt cheap. Okay, so that's the message. It doesn't mean to say that there's nothing Africans can do. Of course there is. This is what it's about. Because if Africa does do something different, I assure you living standards of all those in Europe and North America and Asia is going to fall. Okay? And that is a big price to pay. I assure you that the West is not going to allow that without a big fight. Okay, so the job of many Western academics is to convince Africans they have to keep doing what they're doing. Okay? And to show them it's your fault that you're poor. It's not our fault. It's your fault that you're poor. You know, so this is what we do in academic institutions. We know the basic forces that have caused this underdevelopment. We know it's colonization. We cannot afford to allow Africa to industrialize and start producing manufactures. Okay, so we will do everything to stop that. And I'm going to show you how we actually block that. We had East Asian rapid industrialization processes. So in the earlier period, we had Japan and Korea and Taiwan. Okay, rapid growth, sucking in raw materials from Africa, driving up the prices. After those countries finished industrialization, then sub-Saharan African growth rate again fell. Sub-Saharan Africa is condemned to this role, just the supplier of raw materials, not a manufacturer. The currencies are collapsing of these countries, and many of them are sub-Saharan African countries. After colonization ended, we needed new structures to keep these countries where they were. Okay? And the first of those is aid. Okay? We give them aid. Aid for what? Actually, we give them aid to keep repressive regimes in power. That's all. All the hypocrisy about transparency and democracy and bullshit like that, it's all bullshit. But it would go to country after country offering loans. And if the president did not accept the loan, they were killed. It's just economics. It's economic warfare. The rich declare war on the poor. It happens everywhere. It happens in a country. The rich control the government. Of course they do. You really believe you have democracy? Come on. You know, I mean, grow up. Who has all the subsidies and income support? US, Europe. The largest budgets in the world for supporting their farmers are Europe and US. You see, we're keeping them dependent. We're keeping them on a string. This next round of the WTO is designed to block that. To block anyone else getting on top of the ladder.
We're keeping them dependent. We're keeping them on a string. The WTO, the World Trade Organization, designed to keep Africa like that. Block them from climbing up the ladder. Joshua?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Everything them design is to keep Africa where it is. You heard him, uncle and auntie. You heard the guy. Whether it is US, Europe or China, they're all the same. Let me ask you this, Joshua. Who in the oil field? The US, Europe and China.
Yes, all three.
Take note, uncle and auntie. Take note, brothers and sisters. We are in trouble and in great danger. Yes. The people say they need to keep Africa impoverished. Guyana any different? 2% royalty, Joshua, is worse than what they give Africa. Eh? I don't know what else I can do to get you people off your feet. Please wake up, brothers and sisters. You guys heard this white man speaking to an audience, telling them they need the people gold, them oil, and they need it dirt cheap. What else do you want to know and hear, uncle? Huh? It's the same thing. Your leaders allowing all the foreigners to do in this country. The white man say Africa can do something about their situation. And if they do something, Europe and America will starve. How you like that? They're telling you that the people can do something. And if they do something, how they will starve.
Yep.
But the leaders in Africa didn't do anything. And the people didn't stand up. So they're facing the effects of it right now. Yes, Africa is facing the effects right now with complete poverty. Uncle, while the video was playing, an African man and a white woman was in tears listening how these people planning and thinking of non-white people of the world. Show them. Show them. Convince them it is their fault. It is their fault they're poor. Joshua, you hear him?
Yes.
The man says, show them, convince them. It is their fault they're poor, not our fault. 30 years from now, uncle, they will be saying the same thing about this country's poverty. It's not them make Guyana poor. It's you make yourself poor because you didn't stand up and you didn't say nothing or something. You take everything what President Ali, Jagdev, Norton and Ramjatan allowing Exxon Mobil and all the foreigners to do to us in this country. God bless you people. God bless you people. We can't allow Africa to manufacture anything because them gonna get the business. So we have to do everything to stop them. Man, when you hear words like this, you know, you just feel like getting into a war with what's going on in this country.
Totally agree.
We can't allow Africa to manufacture anything because them gonna get business. So we have to do everything to stop them.
Wow.
Them must come and take your raw materials and manufacture everything. And you who own the raw materials have to buy back their products. They manufacture out of your own products. Yes, uncle and auntie. You have to buy back the gasoline, the diesel, the kerosene from your raw oil, your crude oil. You got to buy back the pine wood and the plywood are you making your house with from Guyana timber. We have to buy back manganese for filter GWI water. Yes, for you don't drink stink water from our raw manganese. We got to import cement, steel, and other building materials that we raw bauxite produce for the world. Yes, we got to turn back and buy it. Guyana and Africa can't take we raw material and do these things. The man said everybody sucking out everything from Africa and developing their countries. Where is Africa? 3/4 billion people. Billion people, not million. Guyana barely got 3/4 million. 3/4 billion people can barely eat a meal when the day come in Africa. Them currency got no value. That's where they left Africa. The man said after freedom from slavery, we need to keep the country the same way they were. You know how they do that, uncle? Buying out the African leaders. Yes. Stitch up the mouth and the behind with a few American dollars and a few Canadian and American passports. And the leaders in turn give away the whole Africa. Anything resemble Guyana here, Joshua? Uncle, anything resemble Guyana? The white man said they give them aid for keep the repressive governments in power. Yes. The aid they give is a form of bribery. They give your country $2 million for buy COVID medicine. Yes. And then they thief out 3/4 in the contract. Them give you a conference hall and call that aid to your country. What a world we live in. What a world. But I love today's technology, uncle. And I'm so happy I can be part of it. To learn and to see how and why third world countries have never developed or moved up the ladder. The few that made it had kind, loving and caring leaders, honest leaders, decent leaders like Singapore and Malaysia and so many others. Guyana will become the Dubai very soon because we have that kind of decent, honest and smart leaders here. Where is Joshua? You know, that thing touched me so much. That thing touched me so much. You know, could we play it back?
Yes, we can.
Hopefully, uncle, you guys can catch something you missed out on, man. Let's play it back.
Sub-Saharan Africa has been fundamental to the global prosperity of the advanced countries. And Africa had a role to play. It has a role as a raw material producer. We will not allow Sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep Sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now China, it's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them dirt cheap. Okay, so that's the message. It doesn't mean to say that there's nothing Africans can do. Of course there is. The development. We know it's colonization. We cannot afford to allow Africa to industrialize and start producing manufactures. Okay, so we will do everything to stop that. And I'm going to show you how we actually block that. We had East Asian rapid industrialization processes. So in the earlier period, we had Japan and Korea and Taiwan. Okay, rapid growth, sucking in raw materials from Africa, driving up the prices. And after those countries finished industrialization, then sub-Saharan African growth rate again fell. Sub-Saharan Africa is condemned to this role, just the supplier of raw materials, not a manufacturer. The currencies are collapsing of these countries, and many of them are sub-Saharan African countries. After colonization ended, we needed new structures to keep these countries where they were. Okay? And the first of those is aid. Okay, we give them aid. Aid for what? Actually, we give them aid to keep repressive regimes in power. That's all. All the hypocrisy about transparency and democracy and bullshit like that, it's all bullshit. But it would go to country after country offering loans. And if the president did not accept the loan, they were killed. It's just economics. It's economic warfare. The rich declare war on the poor. It happens everywhere. It happens in a country. The rich control the government. Of course they do. You really believe you have democracy? Come on. I mean, grow up. Who has all the subsidies and income support? US, Europe. The largest budgets in the world for supporting their farmers are Europe and US. You see, we're keeping them dependent. We're keeping them on a string. This next round of the WTO is designed to block that. To block anyone else getting on top of the ladder. This next round of the WTO is designed to
Them thieving your wealth, Joshua, in front your face and telling you that you are responsible, that you are poor. Oh my, you responsible for your poverty. Man, I think every household in this country should make that video into a mantra. I will put it, I'll make a TikTok on it. And I'll try my best to play it on a daily basis on this radio to enlighten, inform, and educate the Guyanese people. How these people think, the plan they have, they had and still have for non-white countries like Guyana. You think they can do that in the white man country? You think they can think and plan like that for places like Norway? No. But where brown, black, and purple people live, like Guyana, they can come and do us and give us anything. Yeah. Haven't you seen what they began to do to us in this land already? Guyana have Exxon Mobil spending tens of billions in American dollars out there in the oil sector, and Guyana has no say. The leaders we have here is not even doing anything. What a third standard child would do. Verify and check these billions Exxon said is spending. Oh boy. Oh. Instead, Jagdev saying he's disappointed that he couldn't find people to do audit. To audit the Lisa 1 and 2 bills. He brought in a company to do a sham check on it the other day. Let us wait and see if he will release the report of this sham audit. The Payara is 9 billion American dollars, 3-year Guyana budget. And the Yellowtail, $10 billion. Now another 3 plus Guyana budget. It is yet to be checked, verified, or audit. Let's wait and see their next move. What the white man said, they will do everything to keep who? Joshua? Africa where it is. Yes, they will do everything to keep Africa where it is. Impoverished. They have begun doing that same thing. Everything to keep Guyana where it is. Impoverished. Yeah. What else do I need to do? What else do Glenn Lall need to say? How much more Glenn Lall have to show you people to prevent what happened to Africa to not happen in our beautiful country called Guyana? May I ask? Huh? With that I say namaste, guys. God bless you. And thanks for listening. I'll take a few calls in which at the end of it I have 2 more tapes I want you guys to listen to. Josh?
Yes, thank you very much.
1 second. Let me just tell them this. Bulgaria Parliament announced yesterday a windfall tax of 33% on the oil companies working there. The citizens of Bulgaria said they are sick and tired of the high oil prices that is putting a burden on their food tables. So they push the government to slap on 33% taxes on the oil companies. Guyanese leaders are slap on loans and more loans from foreign banks on the backs of the Guyanese people who can't even go in the market to buy tomato and potato. One lady called me and tell me she stopped eating carrots because the cost of carrots is now $500 a packet when it used to be $200. God bless you and your family, Dr. Ali. And God bless you and your family too, Alistair Routledge. And may God bless all of you listening to me. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wow. I am finished. I thought I would do a short program, but I'm finished. I'm done with.
We're happy that
Hello?
you have shared tonight with us. And
Oh,
we already
man.
have a call on the line.
Hello,
Caller-
Mr. Glenn. Good night.
Good night, go ahead.
Hi, good night, Mr. Glenn.
Good night.
Why hear the white man talk there just now, Mr. Glenn? If we had to go in the street, they had to go in the street now. They have to stop with these people planning here for we. They're planning the same thing for Guyanese, you know. Yeah, and every day in the streets, people crying out. I don't know why these people don't let me come together and lock down. This country have to lock down, Mr. Glenn. This country, because people done hungry already. I don't know what they're waiting all by the market, not selling when the day come, business decreasing, dropping everything. People crying out, our business bad. And this is Christmas time. Normally the road is fine. Here. And I don't know why these people don't put up the stand and let me lock down this place. All them fishermen go with the boat and block the Demerara River and stop the busyness with them out there. Yeah?
My friend, it's now what coming to Guyana. It's what already happening to Guyana.
Mr. Glenn, this thing, I want to know why Guyanese people are rising up. Everybody, there's silence and just watching and see what's going on. The white man say, if them rise up, will take a step there, the country going to suffer in the European. Yeah? And there's the same thing going to happen. We taking Rabi, we sit down easy, see what they're doing and just sit down, so watching these people and we ain't getting up for stand up for we rights.
I'm glad you listen.
Yeah?
I'm glad you listen.
Right away, I feel like go out in the street if this thing was to happen now. Yeah? Here how much they're charging for do the Blacker Bridge. The money there, the 50 how much billion or million could build 5 Blacker Bridge. Yeah, I tell you, I want to know why these people. I think after UN, if you don't go there, we need the white banner to take back this place, the British them, because all we did the other side talking about is vote and listen. People want to hear them in talking, them and talking on for represent poor people. All we they talking about is vote and election and listen and all set of ass. People
Thank
want
you.
to hear them thing with them the talking. We supposed to join with these people and come out and lock down this country. Yeah, them you hear them and saying though, nothing them. All they talking about is vote and election and list. Yeah, who you think where we gonna vote for put anyone out of the two them back there? Yeah. If you don't go in there,
You
we need
know,
the white man back to take. If the white man run there, we gonna tell you better off than when these two people run in this country.
thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. When Aubrey Norton became opposition leader, 2 days after, 2 days after, he met with the US ambassador. And when I looked at that photo, I will repeat what I told my staff. The editorial room, I told them Guyana is done with. With the government and the opposition leader just appointed, having big smiles with the US ambassador. Man, you would think them a husband and wife when you look at the photos. And I said, God help Guyana. Anyway, I have a call here.
I have one
Good evening, sorry, you're live on the air. Put a person hold.
Yeah, brother. Good evening, man. I'm hearing you loud and clear in SQB, man. I really honor the work that you're doing, man. You're doing a fantastic job,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
We are the people. We need to rise up, man. I'm with you. I am with you, my brother. I am with you, man. When I heard that video you play earlier about the situation in Africa, what is presently taking place, man, it tear my heart, man. You know, it's really sad, man. It's really, really sad. And
Yes.
that is a situation that is presently resembling Guyana. Our leaders who care say that they care for us. Even to my own self, I have voted for these same individual. Brother Glenn,
Yeah.
this we need a bold action, man.
You see, let me say this. What happened to Africa is because of the leaders and the technology. Today's technology was not there. So the masses of the population didn't know that they were marching towards the slaughterhouse. You understand?
Yes, man, I heard
So,
you. Yeah, my brother.
so what they did, what these big countries did, Europe, America, and places like China did, they slaughter the African people with their schemes, with their plots. And they're still doing it right now. Now, today's technology changed, my friend. Everything we can see like bang, 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 you know? And what happened? They stifled the African people with education. They did not educate the African people. So the masses doesn't understand what's playing out. In Guyana, the PPP under Jack Dale, he actually did the same thing.
Man,
Listen,
he
listen. Let me talk this thing. Let me get it off my chest. Jack Dale under the PPP, they give out radio license to people who never be in the media. And the main media houses that is educating the nation, Starbrook News, Kaieteur News, some television stations, none of them were given
yes,
radio
that's
license.
true.
But Jack
That is
Dale
so
gave
true.
radio
That is so
license
true.
to the newcomers.
To his best friend, them, man.
The
He
kinda-
looking after his best friend, them.
Yes, the kind of information, the kind of education they want to educate the nation must come from them head only. Keep you stupid, keep you dumb, keep you numb, and they ride the wave. But that ain't
They
gonna
want
happen
to keep
anymore.
you.
Wait, that ain't gonna
These-
happen anymore. Today's technology, we don't need radio station anymore. The internet and TikTok and Facebook and Twitter is making the rounds.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
highlighting
Yeah.
and educating the entire country.
Yeah, my brother. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. Brother, I am with you, man. I am with you. And I pray that you continue. Should God bless you and you keep on the good work, man.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Good one, brother. Good night.
People by disseminating information that you know.
Go ahead, WhatsApp caller. It's your turn.
Hello?
Caller, hello. You can go ahead.
Oh yes, sure. So yes, I was talking, Mr. Glenn.
Yes, good night.
Right. So I thought of this idea here that if there were an Oscar award to be given for investigative journalism, I think you would have won it, because what you're doing here in Guyana here is unprecedented for the media. I mean, our media here is not that developed, but your media house is the one that is pushing the limits here now. And I must congratulate you, and please keep it up. The people are with you, and I must tell you that what you're doing there, we are going to get to the end of the dark tunnel. We got to see the light, you know. And there was another thing I want to tell you, that the billboard, there's one erected here in Berbice, opposite the Port Moran Training Center hostel, right? Exxon billboard with the lies that they're perpetuating. And
What it says.
so it's all over.
What it
Yeah.
says on it.
So it's
take his number.
Oh, I can't. I gotta read. I'm gonna take a photo of it and I'm gonna send it to you.
Correct.
I can't remember what it said. Yeah,
Thank
but they're doing it. This is mass. This is propaganda. They are trying to play with or mess with the people's mind now. So they are out, and you know why this is happening is because your work that you're doing, it's getting under their skin, right? And they are in full motion here now to see how they can tell the public what they want us to believe. But you are there, and I want you to hold your fort. There are many people who are going to be behind you, and it's just, I think what we have to wait, I think, is the opportune time we are waiting for, I guess, Guyanese all, and they have to wake up, because this thing is getting out of hand. And now that we have come to this part of let's put it at this time of the year, or in this century, this millennium, Guyana is very poised to do all the right things, having learned from all the wrongs that the other countries would have experienced. We are at that place now where we only have to do the right thing, but yet we are not doing it, because why? Our politicians have been corrupted, and that has to stop. Now, another quick thing before I go, I want to ask, it's coming to the year end. Do you anticipate any parliament would be happening, any sitting of parliament where they're going to be passing any one of those laws, those bills again, like they did last year?
You made my night. Thank you, bro. Hey, you made my night. You made my night. Friday, I will have to answer that question for you. You remember the Christmas
Okay.
Eve last
Yes,
year?
I do. I
29th.
I remember.
They passed through they run and pass the law.
Yes, I remember that vividly.
Thank you. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna let you know Friday. I'll give you the answer Friday if they plan to pass
All right.
more laws like that. I love
All
that
right,
one.
all
Thank you,
right.
my friend.
Okay then, all the
Thank you,
best.
Thank you. Have
Goodbye.
a good night. You made my night.
Bye.
Good evening. Good evening, sir. You're live on the radio.
Yeah, man, you know what Bonham did? Bonham two secret weapon. You remember that?
No. Go ahead. Make your contribution. Go ahead.
Bonham two secret weapon was nationalized, right? And you know the other one?
Well,
Nationalized.
we can't. Now is not time to nationalize anything, brother. This is a free world.
Well,
This is a free market economy. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. We have a product, okay? And the product must be sold. We have to get the best possible price we can. Okay? We just can't give away. And no government or leader can just give away the people assets of a country. We must get the best price possible. Okay? And that's my point. That's my point. And this is what angers me. Every day I wake, we are sitting down, allowing a few leaders to just sell out the assets that doesn't belong to them. The assets belong to me and you, all of us. So why are we sitting down quiet and allow these people to just cook up, hog up these white folks and these Chinese folks carrying away our wealth? No, we cannot allow that. No. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you. So now you can't nationalize nothing.
Aye.
Thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Lall, future president. How
Let's
are
get
you?
going. Let's get going. Let's get going, man. You stop this future breath president thing and let's get going, brother.
Brother, I appreciate the work you're doing, and you are the man for the job. Whether you appreciate it or not, I think you're called by the Lord for the job. But I'd like to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You have been informing the Guyanese people for years now about what's taking place. What do you think why are they not taking heed? Is it fear? Is it they don't care? Are they brainwashed?
I think it's a combination of what you said there. Some is fear, some is brainwashed, some have their children working with the government in the ministries and the different government agencies and corporations, and some just hanging them out with a soup leaking.
Do they victimize the government workers if they speak out?
Well, they used to do that. Bara Jagdev used to do that, right? Under the coalition, they did that because I can
They've all done it.
I can tell you, they were trying to do that to me, right? And I had to expose them and put them to their place.
Right. Excellent.
Right? I said, no, the wrong tree, the wrong limb you're barking on.
Precisely.
Right? And I encourage people, when these things happen, to speak up. Come to the media. Call Glenn Lall. Call Glenn Lall, my mouth boss. Anything President Ali Jagdev or Norton or anybody do, call Glenn Lall. I want to talk it loud and bold.
Precisely. Never stop talking. But I'd like the Guyanese people to know that there are more of them than the ones that are perpetrating this nonsense. There are more than them. All they've got to do, get their pillows, go into town and tell the government this is what we want. There's more of them.
My friend, in every government for the last 30 years, one criminal you got in the pack. Okay? And the PPP had one criminal. Unless you get rid of that criminal out the pack, Guyana will never get good.
Okay.
You got one criminal in the PPP pack who is greedy, who is selfish, who is extremely greedy. That, man, sometimes I ask myself and some friends that talk to me, how much more money? What kind of money? What kind of money this man need? You hear me?
Maybe it's power and control.
No, but
I've always
you have the power.
this.
No. This individual got power. Right? Got power, say not power. Is how much more money he need. You understand? To do this to this nation. Is only one man doing it?
I've always felt that Dr. Ali I always felt in my heart that he's a good man, that he's being misled. Maybe I'm incorrect, but that's how I felt.
Oh.
And again, that's just assessing the situation. I may be wrong, but I feel he's a good man.
He got a good heart, I could tell you that.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
I could tell you that.
So
I
we
could
have
tell
to
you that.
tell-
I could tell you that David
have to
Granger.
tell-
I could tell you that David Granger got a good heart too. Yes, I
Yeah.
could tell you.
Uh.
Anyway, thank you, man.
Okay,
Thank
keep
you.
up the good work,
Thanks.
future president.
Have a good
God
one.
bless.
Bye.
I'm praying
God
for
bless.
you.
God bless. Come on, guys. I stop this future president thing and all these things, you know. I get on with these things. People don't want to hear these things. Don't give them that. You have any phone call here?
226-7453-4, 622-2222, or 624-6456, and you're listening to Kaieteur Radio.
I had a couple missed call too.
Let me just return.
Yeah, why we can't use 60-40 buy? If they want nationalize, why we can't do 60-40 buy? 60 for we, 40 for them.
I heard you. Come out with a placard. Send me a placard with your face on it. All right. Bye. Bye.
Because the day is born on time. But I want to allow them stupid things to happen to me, boy.
No problem. Come and see me.
Yeah,
Bye.
60.
You have the call there?
Go ahead, sir, with your presentation.
Hello?
Go ahead with your
Go
presentation,
ahead.
sir.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir. We're hearing you.
Yeah. Then, not too long from now, hot soup can drop. They're pulling them out of the ready soup leaking. Hot soup can start dropping not too long from now.
What you said? Soup will be dropping?
Soup will be dropping not too long from now.
No, man. Soup have been dropping for quite a while now. You know how many billions of US dollar contracts went out? To some of them, government officials all get contracts. But that's fine. I don't have a problem with government officials get contracts.
And you see, presently now we holding the shitty end of the stick.
Yes.
And not too long from now, it can turn wrong.
All right, thank you.
Well, the way we are going, we are a million times worse off than Africa, because even Africa has better deal than us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Good evening, sir. You're live on the air.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, please.
Yes, I have a billboard on the SC cable code. It has 52% the government is getting plus 2% royalty.
Wow. They should come and show us the maths.
And on the board have a lot of building, they're showing building, they get the building to the people in this country.
Yes, they're developing Guyana. Guyana is moving. Guyana is becoming Dubai.
Yeah, but you know what nonsense? I know what nonsense is white man and come and say but tell Guyanese.
Jagdev, the financial guru, they tell me 50, 52, 59,
Yeah, correct.
whatever.
Correct. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes. Yes,
Now
correct.
Exxon is saying 52% we get in.
Plus 2% royalty.
No, 50% profit, 2% royalty. So we getting 52%.
Oh, it got marked separate on the board. 52 at the top and 2% at the bottom.
Yeah. I want to come on the program with
Yes, Carly White guys them on the program, man.
well, I did that with a calculator and the pen and pencil and come show us what Guyana.
Whether believe Guyanese are fool?
Yes, they believe none of we went to school.
No, because straighten them white man, this man. Thank you, brother.
Welcome. Bye. Yep. Josh,
Yes, sir.
can you just give them those two videos?
I will.
Guys, I'm going to leave you with two other videos you need to listen to carefully. And do have a wonderful night. Until Friday, Join me same time, 7:20, and let's get it rolling.
For those of you joining us on social